Hi, everybody. Happy Friday to you, my friends. I hope you are having a wonderful Friday so far. I hope you're staying cool. It is hot, you guys. It is so hot. So, wherever you are, I hope that you are under a fan with a cold drink, near an air conditioner, or at least in the shade because wowza, it is hot out there. How's everybody doing? You guys good? Carol, yes. Yes, they do go live. So I make all the listings available about 30 minutes before the live actually happens because I have a lot of people who will shop before the live and then wait to see how the kit is put together. Or I have people who shop early before the live and then don't have the time to watch the live and they'll watch it on replay, but want to be sure that they get their item before it sells out. So I usually let the items go active on my shop 20 to 30 minutes. Sometimes it's right around 20 minutes unless I forget. But for the most part, yeah, everything goes live pretty early. Just because I do have a lot of customers who want to shop but may not be able to make it to the live. So I don't want things to sell out. So a lot of times you gotta be quick. You gotta be quick because sometimes when there are things that I don't have a whole lot of, they will sell out really fast. So you gotta be quick sometimes. But we have a fantastic show today. I hope you guys love everything that is in today's show. I have some really beautiful color involved in a lot of the kits today, so I'm super excited to show all of those to you. We're going to get started in that very soon here, but let's do a couple of announcements. First and foremost, want to let everybody know that Hardwired is open for enrollment right now through next week. So if you are interested in being a member of Hardwired, now is your chance. It is open for enrollment at the end of and the beginning of every single month. That is the only window that you have to become a member so that invoicing all goes out the same times. But if you'd like to be a member, we would love to have you come on over. In Hardwired, we focus on building our skills and techniques more than what we do in just the regular lives. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, if you are ready to take the next steps in your jewelry making skills, we do upper level beginner to intermediate, mid intermediate style projects in Hardwired. So we really focus very heavily on techniques, wire work, wire wrapping, wire weaving, looming, advanced stringing. We do a lot of upper level kinds of projects. So if you are ready to make that step, we would absolutely love to have you head on over. You just apply to be a member of the group and be sure you fill out the questions, and then we will send you all of the information that you need to get you started. Also, if you would like to be a Patreon member, Patreon is open anytime. You don't have to wait for enrollment for that. Patreon is open to everybody everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're a Facebook user, YouTube user, Instagram user, anyone is welcome. It doesn't matter how you connect to the internet is basically what I'm trying to say. So if you would like to be a Patreon member, you get exclusive projects on Patreon that you will not see on Facebook or YouTube. For $10 a month, you get an additional 3 projects from me, and you will not see those anywhere else. Projects on Patreon are not upper level projects. These are projects where I use things that I have in my own stash, and I encourage you to do the same as well. So I'm not trying to push you to buy anything or go to a website or anything like that. I am literally inspiring you to use things that you already have, whether you copy a project that I make using things that I have, or it just inspires you to look at the things that you already own in a new way and maybe pull out some of those projects that you had forgotten about. So that is, Ari says, I'm right outside the door. Then come in the door. My gosh. What? I'm not show pretty. Oh, you're not show pretty. Oh, she's not show pretty. She doesn't want to show her face yet. She literally just woke up. That's why. But anyway, so if you would like to be a Patreon member, we would love for you to come and do that as well. Be sure to set your reminders for 4 p.m. Eastern this afternoon. I'll be over on artbeads.com/live for another fun project with you guys. I've got a new product drop coming your way. So if you would like to come and hang out and get a double dose of me today, you can see me over on artbeads.com/live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. All right, another announcement, and then we are going to get right into things. So, speaking of Ari, for those of you who don't know, Ari is my youngest child. She's 15 years old, and she is, Sherry says Ari is lurking. She is lurking. She's lurking right outside the door. She's waiting on me to flip the camera so she can come in, and y'all don't see her in her pajamas in her bedhead. But if you are looking at my Etsy shop right now, or you head over to my Etsy shop in a minute, you're going to notice that there's a new section at the top of my Etsy shop, and it is called Absolutely Ari. That is my daughter's new brand. She's working on becoming her own little standalone maker, a little entrepreneur. And I say little in a loving way because she's not little, she's 15. But she now has her own section in my Etsy shop where she is placing her finished pieces of jewelry for you guys and her friends and family to purchase her items. So those are not kits, they're just finished pieces of jewelry and fun little things. She's got some beaded octopus figurines that she's put together, and she's already sold a lot of things. So if you notice a new section in my Etsy shop, it's Ari's, and you'll notice that her logo is at the bottom. That's what's going to kind of help differentiate between the two of them. So yeah, she's got her own little section in my Etsy shop going on. All right, so let's get into it, shall we? It is Feel Good Friday, my very favorite day of the week, where we focus on fun and easy instant gratification jewelry. Everything that you see in today's show is put together as a kit that you can purchase in my Etsy shop. I show you how to put it together here, and then I send it to you, and then you can come back and watch this on replay to remind yourself how to put things together. We focus on simple techniques here: simple stringing, simple wire work, simple knotting. We don't do anything hard on Feel Good Fridays because beautiful jewelry does not have to be a representation of every skill and technique you have ever learned. We just put together pretty things, and I have enough of them to share, so I turn them into kits and put them in my Etsy shop. My team is here in the comment section, dropping links to those items so that you can very easily find those. Or you can just head over to my Etsy shop and browse at your leisure, where you're going to find not only kits from today, but kits from previous Feel Good Friday shows, finished pieces of jewelry from me, as well as finished pieces of jewelry from my kiddo. So yeah, it's really awesome. So, all right, I'm going to turn you guys around. We're going to start out with a maker mix today. I haven't done a maker mix in a while, but I'm going to show it to you. So I'm going to turn the camera around so Ari can come in and you guys can see my little small batch of beady goodness that I got going on today. All right, Ari, the coast is clear, my dear. All right, so maker mixes are small batches of beady goodness, things I don't have enough of to create an entire piece of jewelry out of, or a kit out of, but I still want to share those with you guys. They're just little bead mixes of things that I have lots of. So this one is called Tropical Oasis. It's got a beautiful butterfly button included and a lot of beautiful, bright, bold summertime colors, check glass Drux and check fire polish beads, as well as a couple of little cat eye stars. So little mixes of beady goodness. I hope that you guys like this one. I thought it was really pretty. So that is our maker mix for the week. All right, moving on to the next. We are going to put together the necklace in the show first. I normally save the necklace for like the middle of the show, but I love this one so much. We're going to go ahead and do it. And just a reminder, we're doing lots of stringing today. This one is so pretty, and a lot of these have already sold. So just so you know, if you want one of these, you probably want to go ahead and grab it up. This one is called Electric Greens. This is my Electric Greens necklace here. Chain for the length, as per usual. I'm going to grab my crimps, and we're going to go ahead and get this one started. So this one has some very beautiful Swarovski / Prestige crystals in it. Freshwater dancing pearls. It'd be helpful if you could see those beads, wouldn't it? There you go. And some gorgeous drops. I love this one. It's so pretty. Very tropical for a fancy necklace, but I mean, I don't know that it's super fancy, but you'll see. So we're going to go ahead and get our bead stringing wire ready to go. Also, first 20 orders today will get a free bag of sparkle with your purchase. So any of you who go ahead and make your purchases, first 20, I've got little bags of sparkly goodness to add to each and every one of your shipments. Bless you, Ari. I think that Ari it's like
I'm allergic to
she
it.
has to sneeze every single time she comes in here.
Sorry.
It seems like every time she comes in this room, she sneezes at least once, sometimes 5 or 6 times.
Sorry. I'll work on it. I'll fill another one.
All right, we are going to place that crimp bead into the back notch of the crimper tool, making sure those wires, my goodness, are not crisscrossing. Give that a squeeze, and then we're going to turn that sideways, put that into the front notch of the crimper tool, and give that a squeeze. Thank you for loving my nails. I am feeling very rock and roll today. As you can see, I have added some big bling to go with my big blue nails. So I don't know. I'm really feeling the blue nails. Yeah, look at my rings.
Oh, I like the blue one. They're both blue.
No, one of them's tanzanite. It's purple. The other one is blue.
I like the blue one.
Thanks. It makes me they kind of make me feel like a rock star. So
that's how I feel when I put on one ring. I'm like, yeah, I'm awesome.
It's definitely given me like I'm like rock star royalty vibes. It might be a little much, but you know what? You only live once, and as I have told everybody, treat yourself like a princess this year. Treat yourself like a queen. We're using the good beads, drinking out of the champagne glasses, even if it's just orange juice or milk, and using the good china and wearing the good jewelry. So, all right. So we are going to start this project out with one small metal bead. So we're going to thread our one metal bead on. Then we are going to thread on a bicone. Hi, Tina. And then a druck, a bicone, and a metal bead.
I'm trying not to sneeze again.
All right. Then we are going to thread on 3 dancing pearls. These are freshwater pearls that are drilled at the top that I absolutely adore because I like the way that they lay next to each other. I'll show you why in just a second if you've never seen these before. We've used them in a couple of projects, but just in case you've not ever seen a dancing pearl, let me show you.
Do they dance?
It looks like they are doing like the do-si-do.
The what?
So see how they go back and forth? That's why we call those dancing pearls, because they go back and forth. So that's what we've got so far. Metal bead. Okay. Then another bicone. Druck bead. Bicone. All right. Then metal bead. All right, then we're going to do one of our beautiful drops. We're going to drop that down so you guys can see. Look how pretty. That's so pretty. All right. And then we are going to do, oops, throwing things. Metal bead. All right, then in between our drops, we're going to do bicones, druck beads, and a bicone with a metal bead. Okay, then we're going to do another drop. And then another metal bead, and we're going to repeat that little bicone druck pattern. So bicone, whoops, druck bead, bicone, metal. All right, then we're going to do our next drop. When I tell you that these greens are bright and bold and just happy, like they really are. I know most people associate yellow with happiness, but I got to tell you, this green combo here definitely is inspiring happiness in me for sure. It is just really, really beautiful. All right, so another little pattern here of our bicone, our druck, our bicone. Hi, Julie. And then a metal bead. All right. And then we're going to do 3 more of our, nope, yes we are. Dancing pearls. Sorry, I was like, wait a minute. I am ready for the 4th of July. My fingernails are blue and my toenails are red. And I didn't do white because white on your fingernails never stays white. It doesn't matter what you do. Yeah, it just doesn't stay white. So red on my toes and blue on my fingies.
Can I borrow this?
Yes, you may.
If I can pick it up.
Ooh, your nails go with this. Ari, show your nails over here. Look at Ari's nails. They match this necklace. Look at hers. Ooh la la. Cute. So cute. Okay, so finishing this off with bicone, druck, bicone, and my metal bead. Okay, so we are going to...
Just added something to the shop.
You did. Ari's adding things as we speak in her little section. All right, there we go. So that's what this looks like. We're going to crimp, and then we are going to add our chain to this. I love this piece so much. It's really beautiful. I just lost the crimp bead though. How did that happen? Like I literally had it on my finger and then it just, okay.
I don't need a flashlight. You're right. My fingers will never get hit by a car.
What? Yeah, what? I'll never get hit by a car.
That was funny. A separate thought, but it sounded like a comment.
No. I follow your train of thought there.
My fingers will never get hit by a car.
No, they definitely are bright.
They can officially ride a bike.
You're odd. You're odd.
You know, like those.
I know what you mean.
Decks? Or yeah, the tech decks that you put your fingers on.
The little finger skateboards.
They'll safely be able to use those.
All right, now you're going to crimp. Back notch. Turn that sideways, put that into the front notch, give that a squeeze, and then we're going to trim off the excess. And we are going to add our chain to this, and this little necklace will be done. It's so pretty. Love that. Beautiful. I hope you guys are loving this one too, because it is very happy and bright.
Makes me hungry.
Makes you hungry. Interesting.
I think I'm just hungry and I can't look at beads when I'm hungry.
Well, you're definitely going to continue to be hungry hanging out in this group because it never fails. We always talk about food.
Yeah, I know. I asked them yesterday what they were eating.
All right, so be sure that you cut your chain to the length that you want and add your hardware to the back, which is just a couple of jump rings and your lobster clasp. But there you go, our beautiful, fabulous greens necklace. So pretty. And if you love bold color, I got you covered. Don't worry. We've got more fabulous things in today's show. So I'm going to set this to the side. We will look at this on the bust at the end of the show. Let's move on to something else. Let's move on to a bracelet. So you guys have heard me talk about, Fisherman Chic all the time, which everybody thinks is a joke. Like, I know you guys think that it's really funny and that I just maybe made that up. But I promise you that if you look at the runway shows for spring and summer of 2025, Fisherman Chic was what they were labeling a lot of things, which I just thought was hilarious too, being honest. And the bottom line is that it actually is a real thing, and it is quite prevalent in jewelry this summer and fashion, being navy blue and white, which I often associate not necessarily with fishermen's, but more like with nautical kinds of things, like sailing and just hanging out, on the shore. I guess fancy people doing fancy things that I'll never be able to afford to do, but Fisherman Chic is what they're calling it. So I wanted to put together a fun little Fisherman Chic bracelet for you guys. This is a half and half, so it's an asymmetrical design where half of this is in leather and then half of it is beaded two beaded chains. Now I only have, to be completely honest with you guys, I only have a little bit of leather left, and I didn't have enough to do a sample and then a second sample for the show and then still be able to make enough kits. So I'm just going to talk you through the leather portion of this. So basically you're going to take the piece of leather cord that you have in your kit, and you are going to come about 2 to 3 inches from the end of that and tie an overhanded knot, making a loop. Okay. And then you are going to string your beads on after that. So you're going to thread on metal bead, a ceramic bead, a metal bead, and then this is one of those Hill Tribe beads. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that brand. They make a lot of Bali style beads with like really intricate designs. They look like this. I mean, just one example. They have lots of stuff that looks like this. It's that same company that made the fish beads here. So you're going to thread on a fish, which I think is super cutie, another metal bead, another ceramic, another metal bead, and then you're going to tie another overhanded knot on the other end to make a loop. So what you've got is 2 loops here. Okay. And I actually have done projects like this before in the past. So if you need to see that step by step, you can always go back and watch some of the other projects where we've done this. I just didn't have enough leather. I apologize. So you're getting the finished example here. All right, so that is half of the bracelet. Now, the other half of the bracelet is just a cute little beaded chain with some blue and white beautiful druck beads with some jump rings in between. Okay, super, super easy. And it's two little chains. So we're going to do one of the little links together, and then we'll put all of this together. There are some dangles involved here as well, because you guys know I can't not do dangles. But feel free to use your dangles for something else. So each one of these little sections is an eye pin with a blue bead, a blue check glass druck, a white onyx bead, and then another blue check druck. Okay, then we are going to create a simple loop. So we're going to grab the wire right where it is exiting that bead, and we're just going to give that a bend. Okay, then we're going to come in with our cutter tool, and we are going to trim, leaving ourselves about 1/4 of an inch of wire, and then you're going to use your round nose pliers to grab that wire, and you're going to roll back to create yourself a little simple loop. Okay, so now you've got simple loops on either side. All right, then you're going to link those together with some jump rings. Just easy peasy pumpkin squeezy here. So we are going to take one of the links, add a jump ring, add another link, close that. Then we're going to take another one, add that, add another link, and close that up. Okay, and you're going to do that and make 2 of those. Okay, now we are going to put this together. So we're going to take another jump ring, and we are going to attach to one end, and we're going to hook that to one of our leather loops. Either end, doesn't matter which one, it's whatever. All right, so a jump ring to connect that. We're going to do the same thing with the other one. Okay,
I have 1 pair of those 2 earrings left.
That's awesome.
I don't know why my voice just left, but
all right, now we are going to attach those ends to our decorative clasp. So we're going to use jump rings on those ends as well.
Oh.
So jump ring, and then attach to the clasp. Jump ring, and attach to the clasp on this one. Close that back. All right, now for your bracelet, you're going to hook your clasp onto the other side on that other loop. But I have to do dangles because I just can't help myself.
Oh.
But so far, this is what this looks like, right? We have 2 beaded chains, and it comes down to the one with the leather Okay. All right. So my dangles are going to be as follows. I'm going to create I'm actually doing 4 of the little drucks on a 4mm jump ring. Okay. So one of them's already ready. We're going to wire wrap one together, and then I'm going to show you where I put these, though you can put these anywhere you want to. So threading those onto a head pin, grabbing the wire, bending over the top of the pliers, coming in with my round nose pliers. So up and over, rotate the pliers, take the wire over to the other side, and then we're going to wire wrap in the space in between the loop and the top of our bead. And for this one, it looks like I can get maybe 4 wire wraps. Okay. And then we're going to come in with our cutter tool, trim off the excess. Okay. So I did that to 4 of those, 2 each on a 4mm jump ring. So here's my little 4mm, threading my little dangles on, and then we're going to close that back. Okay, so I have two of those. And then I'm going to use another jump ring a little bit bigger to hook on to that little 4mm. And then you can put these literally anywhere or nowhere at all. You can save these and make earrings out of them if you want to, but I'm going to hook them to my leather loop here. Oops. This one needs a new jump ring. Hold on. I kind of mangled that jump ring, so we're going to get another one. And I'm hooking that to the 4mm jump ring and then hooking that to the leather. Y'all are funny. All right, there is our Fisherman Chic bracelet. I think it's cute, right? I think it's super cute. Blue and white, classic color combination, great for the summer or just any time. I think the fish is super cute too. He's not like cheesy and goofy. He's like a really nice bead. I mean, he has really nice texture. The detail on him is really, really cute. So I think it's a cute little bracelet. Hope you guys like it. All right. Moving on. I love it. Bonnie says, I guess we can say clusters are just fancy dangles. I like the way your brain works, Bonnie. I love the way your brain works. I agree. 100%. All right. So let's make another bracelet. You guys want to? Another kind of beachy bracelet? Let's make a beachy bracelet. All right. So our next bracelet we are putting together is our By the Shore bracelet. This one also has some leather. This is why I have run out of leather, because you guys know that when I do a leather clasp, that means there's a button involved, and that is exactly the case here. So we are going to put this one together. This one has 2 little sections plus some dangles because I can't resist. But this one has some of these beautiful Swarovski Prestige, you guys know, in this gorgeous like peach color and then in turquoise, in cubes and in bicones. Also mother of pearl shell, oval bead, a little magnesite starfish, and some check glass drucks, and some little check glass melons. So 2 little sections here. One of the sections is a stringing section and one of them is a wire wrapping section. So we're going to do the wire wrapping section first. So we are going to take the piece of wire that is included in your kit. Okay. And we are going to come down on the wire about 1.5 inches, something like that. We're going to bend the wire and we're going to do a wrapped loop. Okay. I'm going to do kind of a large loop because our leather is going to go through this. And I'm going to actually attach this one to the... am I going to attach this one to the leather? I don't know. Up and over. I won't. I had to decide what I was going to do here. All right. And then I'm going to wire wrap underneath that. So essentially we're making an eye pin with our piece of wire. Okay. And then I'm going to trim off the excess. And I am going to thread on a medium-sized metal bead, my starfish, another medium-sized metal bead, my mother of pearl shell bead, and then another metal bead. And then I'm going to do another wrapped loop. Okay, so just a little wire wrap section. It's not a big one, but just to kind of change things up a little bit, right? All right. Coming in with my round nose pliers, up and over, rotate, take the wire over to the other side, and then wire wrap in that space. All right, and then I'm going to trim off the excess. All right, so I'm actually going to turn my loop. So one of them is going to be facing towards me. The other one is going to be facing away from me. You'll see why in a minute, but you can see how I just kind of twisted them with my fingers. Okay, so I didn't have to use the tools or anything, but one's facing to me and one is facing away from me. All right, now we are going to do some stringing. So we're going to take our bead stringing wire and we are going to thread on our crimp and then our wire guardian. We're going to go up through the wire guardian, down through the wire guardian. Before you go through your crimp bead, we're going to thread this directly on to the little section that we just made. So I'm going to hook that on and drop that into the wire guardian and then go through my crimp. So I'm connecting these directly. Okay, then I'm going to crimp. All right, and we will cut off the excess. All right, now we're ready to do the stringing part of this. So the stringing is you're going to do a small metal bead. You only have two of the really, no, you got a couple, but use one of them. I don't remember why there are more. We'll figure it out in a minute. All right, a small metal bead. We'll figure it out together, won't we? All right, so small metal bead, then a medium-sized metal bead. All right, we're going to do 2 check glass melons. Yes, don't forget, first 20 orders get a little bag of sparkle. Okay, so there are those. Then we are going to do a check glass druck, a medium metal, a cube, one of our crystal cubes, another metal bead, another druck bead, a metal bead. All right, then we're going to do a small bicone, a larger bicone, a freshwater pearl, our check glass coin, and then we're just going to repeat this pattern. So now we're going to do freshwater pearl, large bicone, small bicone, metal bead. Okay, then we are going to do a druck bead, metal bead. This is where I messed things up on this one. Let me get my metal beads. Let's see, where did they go? In front of these, we'll do. Nope, those are too big. Hold on. I am trying to find the correct size metal bead to go here because I am not seeing. I've got a bunch of the small ones. I definitely think I messed this up somehow, but I don't know. Maybe I just put the wrong beads in this. Can't find the ones I need. And I'm making a huge mess. Okay, we're just going to pretend like these are the right size metal beads, and I'm going to have to fix this one when we get done and I take this back apart. So metal bead, they should be the mediums. I don't know how I managed to mess that up, but it is what it is at this point. A cube, another metal bead, the druck bead, and then our two check melons. One of them was sneaking away from me. And then it should be a medium metal and then a small metal. And honestly, I think I just messed the whole thing up with the metal beads. So we'll need to look at the picture again, but you understand at least where the metal beads are supposed to go. Leave it to me to mess it up. Of course, of course. All right, it is. It's totally fine. All right, now we're going to crimp. And a button is going to go on one end. And our leather will go on the other end. So we will have a button clasp for this one, which you guys love. I love. It's one of my favorite ways to finish off a piece. All right. How pretty. I love this one. It's so pretty. All right, so on one end we are going to do our button. So we'll go ahead and attach our button with a jump ring. So I'm going to thread that onto the back of the button, and then I'm going to thread that onto this side where we did the stringing, and I'm going to close that back. All right, and then on the other side is where our leather goes. I still have some beads left over. I'm going to use these as dangles. However, if you need your bracelet to be longer, incorporate these into your pattern, okay? Just know that you can do either or. It's whatever you need to do to get your bracelet to be the right size, okay? All right, so for the leather section, we're going to do the overhanded knot. So we're going to take our leather through our loop on the side where we did the wire work, and we're going to thread that to the middle, bring your ends together. Okay. And then you're going to tie an overhanded knot. And you're going to pull that down. Nice and snug. Okay. Then you're going to come over about an inch and you're going to tie another overhanded knot. And I don't like this one nearly as much as this one. This one, let's open this loop up a little bit. I like having a bigger loop on these. Just think it kind of looks cool. There, a little bit bigger of a loop. It's a little better. You can do this however you want to do it though. You've got plenty of leather, so don't worry too much about it. And then you're going to come over an inch and do another overhanded knot. This is going to create the little space for your button to go through, right through there, right? You're going to tighten all of that down. And then your button will go through that little opening that you created. And then you will be able to trim off your leather ends. Okay. So can trim those, make them whatever length you want those to be. All right, now I have dangles because I cannot resist. My daughter hates the dangles. I have built
hate them, I just don't like them.
I have built an entire career on dangles, and she does not like them, which is fine. You don't have to like dangles if you don't want to, but these dangles are very similar to the ones that we did in the previous bracelet, where they are on a 4mm jump ring and then on a 6mm jump ring. So you can put these together however you want to. I did a large bicone and a small bicone and a large bicone. Just wire wrapped those, put those together on a 4mm bicone. Not a bicone. Oh my goodness. A jump ring. Wow. And then to attach mine to my leather, you can put them wherever you want to or nowhere at all, because Ari would not add hers anywhere.
What?
If this was her bracelet, she would leave these off altogether. And then I have the cubes too. I have 2 different size cubes.
I like my dangles in earring form.
She likes her dangles in earring form. That's fair. That's fair. Not everybody likes dangles on their bracelets, and that's okay. I love bracelets. They're my favorite part of jewelry. Bracelets and rings, those are my favorite things. And the more movement, the better. So,
I mean, I like charm bracelets when they make sounds.
Yes, I do too.
I don't usually wear them places because I feel like the sound bothers other people.
Oh, I get that. I understand.
Well, I can't wear them to school because then they're really loud and it makes me feel bad.
Right. Well, and then if you work at a computer desk where you have your wrists up against, then they push up against you, or if you're writing, like I get all of that. That's for sure.
I only wear bracelets on my left wrist.
Yeah, I used to be like that too. All right, so I'm doing these 2 little dangles too, or you can leave them off, do whatever. And Jackie agrees. Bracelets and rings. I love bracelets and rings. They're my favorite. I like necklaces, but I prefer bracelets. They're so fun. For one thing, I can't see a necklace on me. Necklaces are for other people to see. Bracelets and rings are for my own enjoyment because I can ooh and ah over them myself, right? So there is our bracelet, you guys. This is our By the Shore little bracelet with our little shell and our starfish and our dangle-doos, and then this beautiful color palette. It's nice and soft, and I think will look really nice with other pieces. So if you have like some other turquoise jewelry, it would mix really nicely with it. Other pearl pieces, it would look really good with too. So I hope you enjoyed this one. All right, moving on to the next. Moving on. All right, our next bracelet is one that I know you guys are going to love because you guys have great taste. And that's just, those are just facts. So it is a stringing project. It's a double strand bracelet. One of the strands I have already strung up, and I'm going to show you the pattern, and then we're going to string up the other strand to go with it. Absolutely stunning. This is a little bit fancy, but maybe not too fancy. Okay. So this one is, go ahead and crimp, and you're going to thread on six seed beads, then one of these Druck beads, seed bead, Swarovski, bicone, seed bead, Druck, seed bead, bicone, seed bead, Druck, seed bead, bicone, seed bead, Druck. Okay, and you're going to string that all up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of the Druck beads. Okay, and then 6 more of the seed beads, and you're going to crimp. That is the first strand, and I went ahead and did it in advance just to save some time. Now, if you don't like a double strand bracelet, feel free to turn this one into a single, okay, and just wear it whenever you want to. But we're going to do the second bead, or the second strand, to go with it. So the next one is a combo of beautiful Drucks and some of those Swarovski cubes in the softer, like seafoam green color of the smaller Druck beads. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to put that side together, and we will have 2 strands for this gorgeous bracelet. Okay, so Let me move my hardware out of the mix.
I added something else.
Okay. All right. So now we are going to get this side ready. Wanda said, bless you, Ari. That's one. It's funny because she's already...
Don't tell her.
Wanda, she's already sneezed like 17 times.
I sneezed twice.
It's too funny. All right. Crimp bead going on. Wire guardian going on. You only get like what, 2 with Wanda?
3.
Oh, 3.
3, depending on how nice she feels.
That's funny.
Scare me, Wanda.
She was trying to get all the sneezes out before you got here. I think it's awesome. All right, so now we're gonna crimp. Right. Trim off the excess. All right, now, oops, I did not get that cut close enough, so let's do that again, shall we? All right, now we are going to string this one up. So the pattern for this strand is going to be 4 seed beads to get us started. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, we're going to drop those down. Now our pattern for this one is, in the beginning, it's a little weird. So it's a druck bead, a seed bead, and a cube. This was just for length purposes because I just trust me. Just start with the small druck bead, okay? Now, this is kind of where the actual patterns takes over. So then you're going to do your big druck, your seed bead.
My tulip earrings and my watching stars earrings are sold out.
Wow, congratulations, Ari. All right, small cube, seed bead, druck. I guess the pattern did work out that way. Never mind. All right, so that's what you've got so far. Just ignore all the things that I just said. And then we're going to continue this pattern. Okay, so we're going to do seed bead, smaller druck, seed bead, cube, seed bead, larger druck, seed bead, cube, seed bead, smaller druck. And then we're just going to keep going. Oh, wait a minute. I messed that up. Sorry. Accidentally strung on 2 of those. So let's do that again. All right, so seed bead, cube, seed bead, small druck bead. Okay. Seed bead, cube, seed bead, large druck bead, seed bead, cube. And when we finish with this one, guys, we have 2 quick pairs of earrings, and it looks like one of the earrings has already sold out, but that doesn't, sometimes, guys, always, even when things sell out, which is really super exciting, always check back later because you just never know. Sometimes people's orders, somebody will accidentally order something that they didn't want and I'll take it off or whatever. So if you miss out on something, check back over the weekend just in case. And then a lot of times too, if I have requests for things and I have extra materials, I can try to relist and make more. It doesn't always work out, but if you see something that you didn't get a chance to get and you really, really wanted one, don't hesitate to message me. I'm very, very slow about getting my messages on Etsy just because the notifications don't always come through. So I try, you guys, I really do. But Etsy is a weird place. I'm just being honest with you. But when I see those notifications, I do try my very best to get back to you. And sometimes I can help. Not always, but I definitely try. So, all right. So just finishing off our pattern here, which is quite beautiful. So pretty. So, so pretty. Thanks, Wanda. That's not always true. Sometimes I just forget to adjust the quantity, and it doesn't happen often. It's only happened a couple of times. But thanks for pointing it out. It's okay. I'm only human, and that is why Wanda points things like that out, is just to remind everybody that I am only human. I am not Wonder Woman like Wanda. I'm just kidding. Wanda Woman. All right. So that is all of that. And I'm missing a seed bead. What is going on today? My goodness. All right. 3 seed beads. Oh, Corey said it would be nice if you said hi. It would make my day. Well, of course. Hello to you. Hello. So glad you're here. All right. Let me add a seed bead to this. Always happy to say hello. I hope you're having a great day. All right. I'm going to add a seed bead to the end because I forgot that one. I don't know where it went. All right. And then we are going to crimp. So you can see this is what this one looks like. All right. So we're going to thread on our crimp and our wire guardian. Wanda only harasses me because she loves me. That's what I tell myself. She might secretly hate my guts, but I somehow don't think that that's the case. All right, we're gonna crimp. She's good. She's just allergic to being awake before 2. Being awake before 2:00 in the afternoon in the summer. That's all right. So we are now going to put these 2 beautiful strands together. So we're going to take a jump ring, thread that on, or thread both of those strands onto the jump ring, and we are going to. She's allergic to dangles. Maybe. That's probably true. All right, and then we're going to close that one, and then I'm going to do 2 jump rings on the other end. So 1 to bring the 2 strands together, and then 1 to attach to our clasp.
I'm running out of jump rings.
When you run out of jump rings, I run out of jump rings. This is becoming
when I run out of jump rings,
a problem.
I get more jump rings than you run out of jump rings.
All right, and there you go. It's a beautiful double strand crystal drux. Like, I don't know. It's just so beautiful. And it's definitely giving like summertime dinner on the beach kind of vibes, or hanging out in the produce section at the grocery store. Because let's be honest, we're not all hanging out having drinks on the beach. I'm just realistic, right? I'm totally wearing this to the grocery store to grab, all of my makings for a salad and lasagna and all of those things. Let's just be honest about it. But if you do happen to have dinner scheduled on the beach somewhere, this would be a great bracelet for it. But for the rest of us, it's just for us to maybe fantasize that that's what we're doing on a random Thursday afternoon,
I'm doing that right now.
You're doing it right now? Impressive.
No, I'm actually there.
So pretty. So pretty. All right, I got 2 quick pairs of earrings for you guys, and then we will go. Sherry says it needs a dangle do. You could always put a dangle do on it if you wanted to, like, make it shorter. You could take a bead or 2 off, make dangle do's. I'm just saying.
I made you something.
You made me something?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, those are so pretty. Oh, they match my fingernails. Look, Ari made me some stars to wear. I'm going to put those on right now because they match. All right. I forgive you for using all my jump rings.
Yeah. It's a peace offering.
A peace offering for using all the jump rings. Oh, thank you. Oh, I can't get this one on because I am not very good at putting on earrings without a mirror.
Really?
Which is really
I've
silly.
made a career out of putting in earrings without a mirror.
All right, so we've got 2 quick pairs of earrings. I'm going to show you. One of these has sold out, but as I mentioned, be sure you check back because you never know what might happen. So, all right, this one is called Unicorn Kisses. Okay, what? Unicorn Kisses. No, there's no unicorn involved. I don't care what you say. This one looks like what a unicorn kiss would look like. It's in beautiful purples.
Looks like something else about a unicorn.
Listen, Linda. All right, we're going to put this one together real quick.
It kind of looks like the horn.
So, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. So we're going to take a check fire polish in beautiful purple. We're going to put that onto a head pin, and we're going to do a wrapped loop. Okay. So bending the wire over the top of the pliers. Then we're going to come in with our round nose pliers.
You're right, Gina. You're right.
All right. Up and over. Rotate, take the wire over to the other side, and then we are going to wire wrap in that space. And we are going to trim off the excess. I can try my best, Leah. I will do the very, very best that I can. I can't remember what the reason was why I didn't make more of these. I think it was because of the bead. It's the smaller crystal spacers. I didn't have a lot of those, but I can always get more if you want a pair of these and you didn't get to get them. All right, so I'm going to open up my eye pin and I'm going to thread on the dangle we just created. Close that back. All right, now I'm going to thread on a purple druck. Then I'm going to thread on a bead cap and then another bead cap to sit on top of that one because you guys know I love to stack bead caps. It adds such cool texture to designs. All right, then my crystal spacer. Then I'm going to thread on my druck, and this is not a druck, my check drop, which is this really cool clear bead with the AB, and then it has those gold flecks running through it. So pretty. And then a crystal spacer, and then another purple druck on top of that. And I'm going to do a wrapped loop and add our ear wire. These are simple but beautiful. Really, really like these a lot. All right, so round nose pliers coming in. Ooh, Jan said she requested 2. I will do my very, very best to get you these together. I got to get some more crystal spacers, and that's actually something I can get pretty quickly, so we don't have to like wait on an order for weeks, which is nice. All right, and then I'm going to trim off the excess. And I have more of the purple drucks and these beads. I could also do like a bracelet to go with these beautiful earrings if you guys were ever interested in having like a little set. So I know some of you love a good set. All right, and then I'm going to add my ear wire, and these are complete. So these were quick and easy stack 'em ups, as we used to call them. Still call them stack 'em ups because, you know, they're so pretty. Love those. All right, thank you for everybody who purchased these. Much appreciated. Juana says, yes, bracelet, necklace, set. I love sets, so I'm always happy to oblige. All right, last pair is our Mermaid Princess earrings, and these also do not have a mermaid on them. Ari is really particular about the way I name things, but
it's because you hated half the names that
So we are going to put these together. This is all just one piece of wire plus a jump ring and a head pin. And the little cubes are Swarovski/Prestige, beautiful green cubes with that gorgeous AB flash to them. All right, so here's how we're going to do this. We're going to take our piece of wire. Connie says, no unicorns were harmed in the making of these earrings. That is 100% correct. All right, we are going to thread on 6 of the little rondelles. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to drop those down. Then we are going to thread on a druck bead, a rondelle, a druck,
You know what I just realized?
rondelle, what?
One of the bracelets that I wear every day is one of the ones I made from one of your kids.
Aw.
It's this one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those. Druck bead, rondelle, druck bead. Save 1 druck for the top. Okay, so now we're going to thread on 6 more of the rondelles. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Goodness.
Cha-ching.
5 and 6. Okay. So we're going to drop these beads to the middle of our wire, and we are going to bring the 2 wires together and crisscross them right at the top of the 2 beads. Okay. Then you're going to take one of the wires and bend it to the front, and one of the wires bend it straight up and down. So you're kind of just hooking, right? You're taking the wire and hooking it to itself. Okay. The wire that you've brought to the front, wrap around the straight wire once. Then you're going to take your round nose pliers. So look at how the wire is coming out this direction and how I'm holding this, right? So I'm holding it with the teardrop shape away from me. And I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers and grab that wire. And I'm going to, let me show you, okay? Just like this. I'm going to go up and over the round nose pliers, going in the opposite direction of the direction that wire was facing. Bring that in front of the straight wire. So what I've done is created a loop, right? And you can see it's just sticking out there in air. It isn't laying down yet. And then I'm going to take the rest of the wire. I can put this back on here to kind of help stabilize, and wrap around the straight wire a couple more times, or just once, it's whatever, right? Just to secure. And then trim off the excess. Okay, now I'm going to use my finger and just flatten that down. So it's made a loop where I can hang something in the front. Mine's not the prettiest, but
Dangle.
Yes, I can hang a dangle.
Oh.
I can hang a dangle. All right. And then I'm going to kind of shape this up a little bit. And then I'm going to take my druck and I'm going to thread that on the top, and I'm going to do a wrapped loop. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to trim off the excess. Okay. Then I'm going to make my little dangle to go in the middle to hang on the little loop we made. So I'm taking a head pin, threading on my beautiful cube, and doing a wrapped loop. Jackie, if I had more wire out here, I would totally do that for you. great thing about replay though, right? And I know you were just kidding, but just in case anybody missed that part, you can always watch this on replay. All right. Now I'm going to trim off the excess, and we're going to attach it to nothing because I've lost the jump ring. What is going on with me today? What in the world? Okay, hold it. Apparently, there should be another jump ring. Let's grab one. I don't know what happened to the original. Weird. Grab a jump ring. Wait a minute. Is that the right size? Yes, it is. All right, and we're going to put our little dangle onto our jump ring. And then we are also going to thread that jump ring onto our loop before we close. And then add our ear wire, and these are done. And they're super cute. Super, super cute. Very, very pretty. All right, there you go. So pretty. I love those. I love the color. And even though this bead in the middle doesn't necessarily go, it's not the same cube, I think these could go together for sure, right? I think those definitely could be worn together. All right, friends, I am going to turn you around. We're going to do a quick run through of everything, that we've had in today's show, and then I will do a quick intermission because I will be back over on artbeads.com/live at 4 p.m. Eastern time this afternoon if you would like to see.
Read what Gina said.
What did Gina say? Where's Gina's comment?
It's right there. You just put your finger up.
Oh, Ari sneezing things off the mat. Sneezing the beads across the room. You know how it goes. Yes. All right, so I'm going to show you the necklace that we put together first, so you guys can see this beauty. All right, so this was the necklace that we put together first. Our electric greens with the dancing pearls. Absolutely adore this necklace. It's so, so pretty. The Swarovski and the check glass. So, so nice. So, love that. And then we did our Fisherman Chic bracelet, which was a combination of leather, which we know Wanda loves, with our cool ceramics and our fish bead, and then our double little beaded chains with the white onyx and blue druck beads. Super, super cute. Love this one. Then we did our By the Shore with our button clasp. And I cannot seem to hold this one up in a way that makes it look good, but there is our mother of pearl shell. There were Swarovski cubes. It's just a really pretty color palette. Very beachy, very beachy. And we had our double strands. Gorgeous. So, so pretty. And then our unicorn kisses earrings. Those are so pretty. I will try my best to restock these guys. Stay tuned. Let me get some of those crystal spacers. And then last but not least, we had our beautiful wire teardrops with the crystals. So pretty. Love those. All right, friends, there you go. Thank you so much for hanging with me this afternoon and letting me be a part of your beauty journey. Don't forget, Hardwired is open for enrollment for the next little bit. So if you'd like to be a Hardwired member, now is your opportunity to do so. Patreon is open for whenever. If you would like to be a Patreon subscriber, would love to have you over there as well. If you'd like to get an additional 3 projects from me a month. Don't forget, I'm going live over on artbeads.com/live at 4 p.m. Eastern time this afternoon. I'll have a new product drop for you guys. You don't want to miss out. I'm also creating with the strand assortment that sold out last week. So if you need a little bit of inspiration, if you got one of those strand assortments, today's the day for that. Anything else? I don't think there is anything else that I can think of. Just have a wonderful, safe, weekend. Try to stay cool. I know it's hot out there. I'll see some of you later. The rest of you, I'll see you next week on Tuesday at 1 p.m. for our regular scheduled show. Right? I love you. Have a great one. Mwah. Bye.